Hello, everybody. Mike here from Geek Eccentric, and I'm here to walk you through Disney Infinity. By walkthrough, I mean I'm going to kind of put together all of the data, everything we know about the upcoming Disney Infinity game that comes out August 18th here stateside, August 20th everywhere worldwide, and just walk you through and explain some of the cool things. So, let's start. What is Disney Infinity? I wish I could explain it simply. It's basically a two-part game. So, first part of the game is you can play as any character in the Disney library that you buy what they call an Infinity figure of. So, with the launch of the game, when you purchase your game, you get the game and three characters: Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, Sully from Monsters, Inc., Monsters University, and Mr. Incredible from The Incredibles. So you have these three characters in your starter pack. And what you do is you put them on your Infinity platform. That links up with your system. It's going to be coming out for Wii, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. I think there's also going to be something for the 3DS. Anyway, so you put your character on, and when you put the character on, you can play in their world. The whole idea is that you are playing with toy versions of the characters. So everything in the game is essentially a toy. It is not the real setting of the movie, it is the toy setting of the movie. And so as you're playing as these toys, you're in this case playing with the toy, let's say, of Jack Sparrow. You're Jack Sparrow, and you're going around Tortuga, and you're experiencing an original story made exclusively for Disney Infinity. The story gives you about 6 to 7 hours of gameplay, supposedly about 10 hours if you're a completist, which I think many people are going to be a completist at this game, because as you play through your story, you can unlock new toys, which you will use in the second part of the game. And this is what's most interesting for me, is the second part of the game. The second part of the game is called the Toy Box. In the Toy Box, you can make whatever you want. Like, they give you a whole mess of stuff having to do with the characters you have, the worlds you've unlocked, and just Disney in general. So for me, as like a theme park fan, I'm super psyched, because you see in the commercials pictures of Spaceship Earth, which is an attraction at Epcot Center in Florida. I'm going to pull up a picture there. And so, the way I see it is, oh my god, I'm being given the toys, and I can sort of make my own theme park, or what my own perfect idealized theme park would be, using all the toys that they give me. And I will also have the ability to share them with everyone. That's the other cool thing about this game, is everything you make is shareable. Disney is trying to make it so that basically you can share anything with your friends, and also can submit to them for competitions, which they will then share with users across all platforms. So it does not matter. If you create the game on Xbox 360 and have a friend who has it on the Wii, the friend on the Wii, you just send it to them, and they can play it. It is completely independent of the platform, which is, that's all kinds of amazing. That's probably an award-winning book of a story, I bet, just trying to sit down with Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo and just say, hey, we want to break down the walls of Jericho, and everybody gets to play in our world on your systems. And I would love to hear that story. I'd love to hear how they came up with it. But anyway, so you can just build these worlds, and also you can build your own mini games. So think of it kind of like Little Big Planet. It's a mix of Little Big Planet and Skylanders with Disney characters. I guess it's the easiest way to describe it. And in creating the mini games, though, this is what interests me the most. When you're creating the mini game, you have to use, the game is made using technology called Logitech. And with Logic technology, it makes you program gameplay. For example, I'm going to pull up a clip here of showing how like making a soccer game would work. Basically, you set up the net, you set up the ball, and you set up the scorekeeper. And what you do is you have to click the goal using your wand, and you click the goal, that comes up, and you have to program it so that it will accept the goal and know that when you score in the goal, then you have to link the goal to the scorekeeper. Therefore telling it, okay, when a goal is scored, you record the point. And vice versa for the other goals, so that both players' goals are recorded. So that, I think, is really interesting, because all of a sudden it's teaching, kids programming. It's teaching those of us who really don't know programming. I just think any kind of educational tidbit that you can ever walk away from a game is important and possibly influential. So that I really like. And then in order to play more worlds, here's what they get you. You have to buy more characters. And not just more characters, but depending on the character, you may have to buy a special set. For example, the Cars set. Cars has a whole separate expansion. And you need to buy the Cars expansion set, which includes this piece called a Legacy item. I think it's a Legacy figure. I can't remember the name. They really gloss over it in most of these descriptions. Anyway, so you have this Legacy item, and you put that on the platform too with your character, so that way it links up and says, okay, this character goes into this world, and you can play, and you can play there as, in the case of Cars, you can play as Lightning McQueen or Mater. But basically, when you get your starter pack, you get a Legacy tab which has Pirates, Incredibles, and Monsters on it already. Then you have Power Discs. The Power Discs are going to come in two types. Power Discs are going to have either hexagonal ones that give you items and settings exclusively for the Toy Box mode, or the circular ones, which give you power-ups to help you play in the regular games. That's pretty much it. That's the roundabout idea of what they're doing. I personally am really excited for it because we're getting, a good 25 characters to start, and as long as it's a major hit, we'll get more and more characters, more and more worlds. I hope you guys are intrigued, and maybe I'll try out the game. I'll definitely be doing a major review of it, and hopefully we'll find some way to share it with you all here at Geek Eccentric after I create my perfect little theme park. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Take care.